So I just want to have a bit of a conversation here about leadership and what the role of the mayor is. The mayor is one vote out of nine. The mayor basically, at the beginning of a council, convenes council with staff, usually with a facilitator. And what happens is we choose a direction. So we've all run on platforms. You've elected us now. We're in the chair. And so where do we go from there? Well, it's the mayor's job and the CAO's job to ensure that there's a common vision. And that typically is, I like to use color as an example. When you look at the spectrum, there's orange and yellow and green and red and blue and so on. So we agree through this process that we're going to ignore all the colors except blue. But you understand if you've listened to your wife at all that there are all different shades of blue, and you're smart not to try and impose your version of blue onto the entire thing. Although you can have a conversation. So what we've done is we've then agreed on a direction or the same color, and then not all people have the same vision of blue, but that's where we're focused. Having said that, staff now have something that they can focus on as a direction from council. And it's also something that reminds council of what they agreed in the first place. So what happens? You get a group of independent thinking people, hopefully, not somebody who's in there and they're all there and they agree with the mayor and that's it. Disagreeing with the mayor is almost a fundamental, well, not the mayor, but with each other is almost fundamental to how we get to the best result. Debate, you receive the facts, you're not making up your mind based on your emotions, but you receive the facts from staff reports, from people that you think have wisdom in this particular area, and you debate it with your colleagues at council. You vote, because the mayor will call the question or the chair will call the question. You vote, and no matter how the vote goes, you stand behind the vote, you stand behind council's decision, and you move on. You don't hold grudges. You don't try to get back into it with snide comments and so on. You move on, and you move to the next piece of business that moves the town of Midland forward. And at the same time, you're listening to the public because the public's got the agenda, and hopefully they're reading it. You also put those inputs in. But it's really, really important to understand that you want a council, not of like-minded individuals, of independent thinkers who are going to work on the basis of fact, who agree through a facilitative process at the beginning, this is the direction we want to go. And having said that, staff works with council, both work with the residents to put forward the best solution for the town, for the 18,000 residents of Midland, not for specific groups as sometimes is implied, for the town, whether it's a financial or it's a cultural or it's a facilities, whatever. Council, independent thinkers, working from fact, debate, vote, move on for the benefit of the town. That's council. That's democracy. That's what I think you want in this election. You don't want somebody who's just going to follow the leader. You want somebody who's going to challenge the leader in a constructive way. And so I just ask you to consider that as you decide to mark your ballot. You saw the debates last Monday from the chamber. If you haven't, you can go on the chamber's YouTube channel and view them, and you'll see that there's a very definite group of individuals aligned with one of the candidates for mayor, and then there's a bunch of independent thinkers. Personally, I support the independent thinkers. I think I benefit from it as mayor. You benefit from it as having people who think about facts and then make up their mind based on those facts, what's best for you and the town of Midland.